Okay, hello. This is Coach Jay of Keto Goodies PH, and I'll be sharing with you some updates on how to use sugar substitutes with keto baking. Okay, kasi marami na ring mga updates ngayon ng mga sugar substitutes na lumalabas sa market, and we can actually make use of it. Alright? So, may mga tanong na, what is the best keto sweetener? Alright? Wala po tayong masasagot dyan because each sweetener or sugar substitute has different effects on each body. So, iba-iba yung effect niya sa bawat tao. Now, well, ironically, they are called sugar alcohols, but they do not contain alcohol. Okay? So, there are several sweeteners or sugar substitutes in the market, but there's only a few that is keto approved. Okay? So, ngayon kasi sa market ngayon, may mga nagbebenta rin at lumalabas na sinasabing their cakes and pastries and their baked items are sugar-free. Now, remember, be careful. They might be offering sugar-free pastries, but only because they are using sugar substitutes or sweeteners. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it is sugar-free. Why? Because there's also tons of sugar, loads of sugar in carbs. And if they are using traditional flours, like all-purpose flour and other mga toppings and fillings like chocolates, no, sa kanilang mga pastries, then it's not really sugar-free because it is high in carbs. So now we'll just focus on keto baking, which of course we use keto-approved ingredients that are low in carbs. So of course it should complement the sugar substitutes or sweeteners that we use. Okay? Now, why is there a need for sugar substitutes? Of course, syempre, we are converting the traditional sweets, no, mga pastries to keto pastries. So, dapat masarap at matamis pa rin sila. Now, itong sugar substitutes, why is there a need to understand them and its properties? It plays a very big impact on the outcome of your keto desserts and cakes. Okay? So, meaning, malaki ang may co-contribute nito dun sa output ng ibibake natin. Okay? So, different sugar substitutes has different effects on people, and individuals have different experiences. Like, for some, there's an aftertaste. Okay? For some, there are GI or gastrointestinal issues, like they experience bloating, diarrhea. Okay? So, yun yung mga side effects, but it's not harmful, kaya lang, it's not comfortable. Okay? And there are also people who experience allergic reactions to sugar sweeteners. And for some, they say na nag-i-increase, tumataas din yung kanilang blood sugar. Okay? So, now we're gonna talk about what is the safest. First, identify mo muna, what consistency or texture do you want na lumabas sa baked item mo? Would you want it crisp, yung cookies mo, or soft and chewy? Would you want it chewy or gooey? Diba? Yung mga dream cake, mga gooey chocolate cakes. Or do you want it firm? Or do you want it crumbly? So it depends on the consistency and texture that you want as an outcome of your baked item. Alright. Now, of course, the technique there is for most bakers, keto bakers, they blend sugar substitutes. But of course, we want this to be as simple as possible, especially for new bakers. Alright? Now, what are the different sugar substitutes that we can use for keto baking? First and foremost is erythritol. Okay? So, erythritol is a sugar substitute or sugar alcohol that is present in most fruits and fermented foods. Okay? So, basically, ang maganda sa erythritol, it has zero impact. I repeat, zero carb impact sa katawan natin. Okay? So, our bodies do not recognize erythritol as a sugar or as a carb. So, zero talaga siya. So, it's very, very good. But, well, for most people, it has a parang aftertaste, parang minty taste. No? Meron din for some people, they, hindi lang sila sanay. But, actually, generally speaking, it do not create GI issues, no, for most people. Okay, so it mimics the taste of sugar. It mimics sugar because it's in a crystal, it crystallizes. Okay, so yun yung form. That's why yung erythritol, it helps whip air into butter and egg whites para magkaroon ito ng bulk. So, it's not much into mga sauces or liquid kasi parang it's hard as a rock pag lumamig. Okay? So, kung halimbawa, yung mga sauce mo ay ginamit mo si erythritol, pag chinil mo siya, nagiging matigas siya. But, pwede naman siyang lumambot ulit if you put it on room temperature for quite some time. Pero, medyo hassle, diba? So, meron talagang pinaggagamitan si erythritol. Now, let's move to the next sugar substitute that is very new in the market right now, which is allulose. Alright? So, allulose is a monosaccharide which literally means sugar. But don't worry kasi our bodies do not treat it as sugar or carbs. So, again, very good pa rin ito as a keto-approved sugar substitute. But then, for most people, it creates GI issues then. Alright? So, I think sanayan lang talaga. Ako personally, I've been taking baked items, keto items. I've been consuming them with erythritol and allulose. So, sometimes merong bloating, pero minsan naman wala naman. Alright? Now, what's good with allulose, it caramelizes very nicely. So, yung, di ba, naghahanap tayo ng mga pang-brown sugar effect, di ba? Gusto mo yung mga caramel sauce, okay, ice cream, hindi siya tumitigas. Hindi siya nagka-crystallize. Okay? So, this is very, very good. And, si allulose, meron siyang effect na it can be brown. Diba, ginamitan mo na allulose, for example, yung banana-less bread mo, nagba-brown siya, pero hindi naman nasusunog. Okay? So, if you want something na parang medyo moist ang baked item mo, you can really blend erythritol with allulose. Alright? So, it really depends on the texture na gusto mo na maging kalabasan. Now, allulose is 70% as sweet as sugar. Now, there's also another sugar substitute which is called xylitol, but I don't really recommend this. No? Xylitol is a sugar alcohol, but it is very toxic for dogs, and it can also cause GI issues. No? It's also found in fruits and vegetables. And for some people, it has an impact on their blood sugar. So, i-X muna natin si xylitol. Okay. And then lastly, we have stevia and monk fruit. Okay. Well, these are concentrated plant-based sugar sweeteners or substitutes. But then, when it comes to keto baking, if you use concentrated sugar substitutes like stevia and monk fruit, it will not create any volume at all. Okay? Hindi magbabulk, walang weight, walang volume ang baked item mo. So, we don't normally bake with stevia and purely monk fruit. Okay? Well, you can blend just to add a little sweetness because they are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar. No? So, you can blend like you have erythritol, then a teaspoon of stevia or a tablespoon of monk fruit to make it a little sweeter. But then again, remember that it will not contribute or give you volume. Diba, kung gusto mo pa nga cupcakes or muffins, gusto mo may volume talaga yan, bakery style. So, we do not recommend to use pure stevia and monk fruit. So, in a nutshell, okay, finally, in a nutshell, if you want bulk, with your cakes and pastries, you can do erythritol plus allulose kasi medyo moist siya. If you want crisp cookies, you use granulated erythritol. And if you want naman gooey, and like ice cream, you can use pure allulose. And other gooey cakes and pastries, you can also use allulose. And for frosting, of course, we would want yung confectioner style or powdered. So we can use powdered erythritol. Alright? So that sums up our quick lecture on sugar substitutes and baking using them. Thank you.